So I'm here standing thinking about a new video that I could make for YouTube. I was just sitting there thinking, looked outside, then it clicked to me. Something that happened to me the other day, right? So picture this, right? I'll set out the scene for you. I've had a bad day. I didn't get paid. I'm stressed out. A lot of stuff's been going on in my life. Pouring down of rain. I've got to go to my partner's house to use her phone because my phone isn't working at the moment. So I'll put on a pair of tracksuit bottoms, two pairs of socks, a pair of jeans over the tracksuit bottoms, a top, another top over the top, because it's like raining, it's really cold, then a jumper and a jacket. I put my hood up and a hat and gloves. Then I begin to walk down the road. Get to a bridge with like a dip in the road and a massive puddle. Cars are slowly going through it, literally in the middle of the road, are slowly going through it so they're not splashing either side of the pavement. I thought, you know what, these people are being nice. I understand, you know, it's raining. I know I'm already getting wet, but so far no water has touched my skin. I proceed to make my way underneath the tunnel. One car at the traffic lights, right, the tunnel's about here. A car's here by traffic lights, and I'm walking now through the tunnel like this. One car decides to slow down, wait for me to get halfway through, and then speed up, put his foot down, and go through that puddle, right? And I'm talking about the water must have been like, I don't even know how deep. Like the pavement's there, and the water was probably like up there. It just wasn't draining. So I'm walking through, the car comes through, I get splashed, soaked, right? I have got my phone in my pocket. I know it's not working, but I can't receive and dial out calls, but I can still use all my obviously apps and stuff on it. Gets completely drenched, my keys. I'm literally now like half of me is soaking wet and half of me is dry. I look like Two-Face, like not completely dry, but you know, like I'm literally like split down the middle, drenched, slightly wet. This is just, my day has just gone from bad to worse. I'm then pissed, right? I'm walking down the road even more. I'm angry. My speed kicks up, my adrenaline kicks in, and I'm freaking walking like I'm in the army going to war, sort of thing, you know? So I'm walking. I turn a corner. Guess what comes around the corner? Massive puddle. I didn't even see it because it was around the corner, literally. I had to go like that, and the puddle was there. Literally, I turn the corner. Along comes a bus, hits the puddle. I'm bearing in mind, I'm on the other side of the road now. I crossed the road to then go around the corner. Bus comes along. This side of me is now soaked. I'm drenched from head to toe in crappy water from the street. All right. Do you know what? This is it. Why would, when you see a person, the bus, that's kind of my stupid fault. I didn't see the puddle. They couldn't really do much. It's a big vehicle. It's going to make a lot of, like, you know, it's going to do a lot of force, push a lot of water up. But why would some person slow down to then speed up deliberately to soak you? Maybe they thought he's already wet. Won't mind getting a little bit wet. Well, I do mind getting a little bit wet because I was kind of dry. You know, I wasn't wet. My skin wasn't wet. My clothes were a little bit damp. Like, but I was dry. My hair wasn't wet because I was wearing a hood. Why would you do that? That is one thing that irritates me. That is just one thing. Like my partner, right? She's got a little girl. She told me one of her stories when I told her about what happened to me. She was walking down the road. Her little girl wasn't very well. She wrapped her up in all these towels and a coat and like a nice big blanket. They had to pop up the shop for some reason. I don't even know. I wasn't with her at the time. Some dickhead walks past in a car, drenches the little girl and my partner. Why do people think because they're in a car they can do that? That really bugs me. That is one of my biggest frustrations ever. And then when like you're trying to cross a road at like a crossroads, yeah, and the car, it's raining, it's pouring down, a car comes along, and he thinks, I'm in a car, I'm nice and dry, but I'm not going to let that person cross the road. So they still go. Leave you standing there. Alright, mate. Yeah, you can be all nice and dry in your car. I'm just going to be standing here collecting rainwater, pretty much. So yeah, that infuriates me. Absolutely does my head in. Alright. Something else that does my head in, right? Rude people. And I'm going to narrow it down to older rude people. People that push you around things. Okay? What really irritates me is when they think they own the pavement because they're older. Okay, I get it, you've done a lot for a country. Thank you for that, I appreciate it. I respect you for it. But then you've got to respect me. Okay, I'll go out wearing like a flat cap and this top. And okay, I've got my nose pierced and I've got a tattoo. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of hooligan, because I'm not. Don't ram me like I'm some sort of hooligan, because I'm not. If you want me to be a hooligan, ram me one more time in the shin and I will turn into a hooligan, you know? But I'm not. I'm just a guy. I'm out in town doing a bit of shopping or whatever. There's no need to cut me up, cut my toes off with your little buggy thing, and then not even apologise. Or just stand there waiting for me to move out the way. And when I do move out the way, you walk through and you don't even say thank you. What's up with that? You know, I just done you a favour. There was like a lady in Iceland the other day. There's like a chair in Iceland for you to sit on if you can't be bothered to walk around. Who would go to Iceland to sit down? But I was sitting on it waiting for my partner. An older lady comes over, stands there just staring at me. I look up at her, waiting for her to ask me to move politely, because I'm going to offer her the chair regardless, but I just want to see how long it takes her to ask me nicely. She doesn't. Not at all. Just literally stands there staring like this. Literally like that. So I'm just sitting there and I'm thinking, do I turn into a dick? Do I let her? You know? Do I let her sit down? She's an old person, probably 70s, 80s. I don't want to because of how rude she is. But then I'm a kind guy, so I say, do you want my chair? She just goes, yes. So I stand up, she sits down. Then she's just sitting there shunning me for the rest of the time. I'm standing right next to her, holding these bags, and she's just sitting there. It's like, don't need to be rude. What have I done? You don't even know me. I just offered you the chair. The least you could do is say thank you. Alright, you could get pissed off because I was sitting down there in the first place. Free country, free chair, not yours, didn't claim it. It just really infuriates me. So that's one. No, that's two things. I can't even count now. This is getting me angry. So I need to calm down, okay? What else really infuriates me? Well, first of all, guys, I want you to tell me what infuriates you in the comments. Okay, so subscribe, like, tell me what annoys you, and I will probably have the same sort of similar anger sort of thing. You know, and what infuriates me? Oh, okay. Here's another thing. Going back to Iceland as well. There's a cashier. I'm not going to drop no names just in case one day, but she sits there scanning items. Okay, granted it was a Saturday. I've worked on Saturdays. People work on Saturdays. It's life. She's sitting there scanning items. Beep, beep. Her face, literally, her face doesn't even move. It literally looks like she's wearing some sort of mask. Beep. That'd be $3.99. There's a fiver. Puts it in. There's your change. Receipt. Have a nice day. I worked in retail, so I turn around, and even when I'm not working, if I'm like getting served by someone else, I'll turn around as an instinct and turn around and say, have a nice day. It's what I do. I worked in retail. It's just built into you. She's just sitting there. Here's your sausages. Here's your burgers. Here's your chip. Okay, it's a Saturday. It's like 2 o'clock on a Saturday. The least you could do is smile. You're probably finishing in like a couple of hours. You're like, here's your sausage. That would make my day if she gave me my sausage like that. Just, here's your sausage. Do you know what? A bit of enthusiasm doesn't hurt anyone. That really irritates me. Okay, it's a Saturday. You probably want to be laying in bed. She could be hungover. But it's shit like this every Saturday. I tend to go in Iceland on a Saturday, do my shopping. Every Saturday, she's sitting there like that. So unless she goes out every Friday and she's severely hungover, she could at least be a bit more chirpy. For the minute, I might make this like a regular thing. What day is it today? Monday. I've literally just made my new channel, so this might be a Monday thing. My Monday rants. However you want to say it. It doesn't bother me. Oh, and pedantic people. Oh, pedantic people. Ugh.